Yesterday we're cutting corn here out of this field, haul it over to the silos and chop it up, load up them pipes and feed it next winter or whenever they need it. Now that's the Dolly house there, the tan building, and then their son took the farm over and the farmhouse.
Still have like candle shops and quilt shops like they used to?
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Yeah. Here's Amish, they make the playground, swing sets.
That's the Amish family business that would do that.
It's very business oriented. I don't think it's impressive.
Yeah. Free onions.
But they don't pay taxes. Hey.
Yeah, so
They pay taxes.
they do?
Oh yeah, just like everybody else. If they have children going to school, they pay the public and the private school taxes. Yeah.
And then their only entertainment is the radio and the newspaper, correct?
No radios.
No radios. Okay.
Some might get the newspaper, yeah, for updates in the world, what's going on a little bit, but I don't think they all get that even.
So there's a school tax, but then is there an income tax?
Yeah, they pay income tax.
They do?
There's a lot of big businesses. Not, you might not call it big, but there's a lot of Amish have little factories to make the storage sheds, the little barns. They send them all over the place. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Might be 15, 20 guys working there or more. Here's Amish home. Young couple live here. Just moved here actually. You still have the. Hey, come on here. This guy don't want to go that slow. Yeah.
Does your horse have a name?
Lucky.
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 I like it. Do Amish name their horses or no?
Most of them, yeah, they do. That's the old railroad bridge there. Amtrak train still goes on it.
Forget sometimes, like us, to use turn signals.
They probably do. But a lot of them don't really use them if you pass. You might not have a battery in there. I didn't see one. That's just kind of an everyday buggy. Or cart, training cart they call that. They put horses in there when you get them, new horses, before they put them in the buggies, get them used to things. It's easier to train them. You see something they don't like, want to turn around, it don't matter. Just 2 wheels and it just goes with him.
Similar like the Romans used to have. It's like chariots.
Yeah, something like that.
Are there different makes and models of buggies? Are they pretty much standard? Or?
There's difference. Yeah, there's a buggy shop down the road. There's a whole bunch of buggies sitting outside. A lot of different ones.
Is there? Why
But
do
they all have to be gray like this. That's the Amish color, the buggies outside.
Why is that they have to all be gray?
Well, that's just Amish to show the people the Amish teams go on. Our buggies are black outside. Yeah. There's a little airport in there. Small planes fly out of there. They give helicopter rides and get flying lessons there.
I think that's where they hold the hot air balloon festival. If I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
that's down the other road, down the other way, a little ways. It's Smoke Town.
Yeah.
Small planes fly out of here. Last winter, last summer, I seen them this year one time. Skydiving.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Everybody chickened out, or they ain't doing it this summer.
That's funny. So
But
what?
They weren't Amish that went skydiving.
No, they don't fly. We don't either.
Oh.
Nope.
That's why
We
you-
can travel. We can go on train or buses. Unless there's emergency.
So many different little caveats.
Yeah. So what do they do for entertainment then if they don't use radio anymore?
Well, young people come together a couple times a week, play volleyball, have singings. Yeah, they come together to get to know each other. There's no arranged marriages. That's why they come together, to get to know different people. Here a couple of years ago, there was an Amish boy and a Mennonite girl got to know each other from our church. And they got married. He joined our church then.
Huh?
Then they were Mennonites. But it probably wouldn't have happened the other way around.
To go from Mennonite to Amish?
Yeah. I never heard that happen. Too much of a difference.
You'd be actually giving up certain things that you would be
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
with. So, That's interesting.
It could happen if there's somebody be real serious about it. I don't think they'd turn them down, but you'd have to attend the church services for a year or so, and you make sure you know the rules. Now up here is at the end of the road here. There's a shed there, or a little barn, pretty big barn actually. That's where they have their church meetings if it's their turn to have them. No church houses. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah. Everybody takes a turn. It moves around from house to house. Or now they have a shed. A lot of them have something like that to have it in.
Oh my.
So you don't have to open up the houses.
So there is no Amish churches.
Nope. Not the ones I talk about. I like that other one. They have a church. I told you about the Weavertown Church. They have a building.
But that's not Amish.
That's not old order Amish.
New Order.
Kind of new order. They drive cars. They trim their beards, but they dress somewhat Amish. Come.
Do they speak German?
Pennsylvania Dutch. That's German and English and Dutch together. Kind of confusing. We do the same thing. They all came from Germany. I guess that's where that comes from. The German.
Apparently, there's a lot of Amish. They speak. It's very important that they speak German.
Yeah, their church services aren't German. If they read at church, it's in high German. Then when they go to school, the first thing they learn is English. Talk English. At home, they talk Pennsylvania Dutch.
Why is it though? Like sometimes, like when I see Amish out in public, they don't speak our language. It's kind of like they don't want to know like what they're talking about.
Well, it's probably not that. It's just the way they do. I don't. Maybe it depends what they're talking about. They might feel that way, but
Maybe it's just you being paranoid.
yeah.
What ages did they learn English? 'Cause I know that there was a certain age group that they had to learn German, of where, like more Pennsylvania Dutch German, and then.
Well, at home, they talk Pennsylvania Dutch. You'll learn that young. Then English, a lot of them learn it at home some, but when they go to school, they learn it quicker, more. They're more, everything's in English, then they have to learn it.
So since they only go up to 8th grade, what grade do they actually start at?
First. They start when they're 6 and quit when they're 15. You just go to 8th grade, yeah.
So about 7 to 8 years old is when they have to go to school. 7 or 8 years old is when they have to go to school.
6. Some start at 6-year-old. Yeah.
So, when they run their businesses, do they go to accountants or they do all their own paperwork? I know they don't use computers, so do they do things with?
Some of them have it. Probably some would have accountants.
Yeah.
But they, around the business, most of it do it themselves. But they might have accountants to do all the taxes and so on. Like I said, they don't learn a trade in school. They all learn it from each other. And that's probably that's a good way to learn it. You know. I worked for a guy for 2 years to learn to shoe horses. I didn't learn it in school. Change the shoes from the horses.
Oh,
Yeah. There's another guy that worked for this guy before I did, and he went to school to learn it. But he started at the wrong end. He didn't know horses. He could make a shoe and all that, but that didn't help much if he couldn't put it on. So he was no good. Spend a lot of money to learn it.
Oh man, that's so true for so many different things.
So, like, when you said there was different horse and buggies, does each buggy, like, stand for something different or just used for something different?
Well, yeah, they have everyday buggies like we call it a pickup, like a pickup truck, just like this. It's open back. It's open here too, like just like a pickup. And they use them to go to stores, hauling things out of Walmart or wherever you want to go. And there's most of the families might have 3-4 vehicles. A Sunday buggy and a everyday buggy and a buggy for the boys to learn to drive.
Yeah. Like a lot of modern families, they have like 2 or 3 cars
Yeah.
for each occasion.
Yeah. Well, lucky. Okay,
Lucky's got a friend.
I'll tie the horse first here.
Okay.
All right. Stay put.
Yeah.
Good. What do you think? It's right here. It's still on.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks a lot, sir. This has been very interesting.
It was. I really enjoyed that.
This goes the Amish in Mannheim.
I do.
Couple of them up there. Some of them went from here up there for cheaper land years ago.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Been a while ago. Yeah.
Guess the land gets expensive that they have to move.
For cheaper land. If they wanted to farm, that's what they had to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Land is getting so expensive, but now they don't do that as much because land's high price anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
definitely.
they're just buying these homes and just work around here. There's a lot of jobs around.
So So the farming in the Amish community, has it declined a large amount, would you say?
Well, I don't know. Probably years ago, there used to be about 75% of them farmers. Now there's just maybe a fourth and a third of them in some areas.
So it's declined quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more people, and the land they can get more. You know, it's getting less. So
Yeah, more people, less land,
yeah.
not getting any more of it. So that's unfortunate.
How are they doing with the houses being built around us? 'Cause I know there's like a lot of farmland around my area that, and of course his area is getting built with housing developments and things like that.
Well, they have to get a permit. It's hard to build a house.
Okay.
I know my brother-in-law, it's been quite a few years ago, built a house on his home farm. And he had to pay, cost him $30,000 before he started for paperwork. But that's not all that bad, you know. They want to save the land. If they can make it too easy, they'll build a house anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Has there been any issues with the government and Amish farmers? Any kind of disputes? I think I heard recently about
Well,
some.
they have some regulations along the creeks, keep the animals out, and different things. And yeah, that's government things. I guess they obey it pretty good.
Yeah.
So why is it then? I mean, I get it. Like some of us English are, politics and stuff like that, and Mennonites and Amish, they try to stay out of that. Is there a reason why they don't want to vote or anything?
They don't want to be hooked up to the world so much. That's why they don't have electricity. They don't want to be hooked up to the grid.
Okay.
They want to be self-sufficient, and that's the same way it is with all the politics. But there's some wood nowadays. they go voting.
Oh wow. I did not know that.
Maybe not all. I don't know how many, but there's some do.
And they still need to get a driver's license or anything and a voter's card to prove that they can vote?
No, they might have to get a picture ID and
Yeah.
a couple things like that, but they don't have driver's license.
Oh wow.
You don't need a driver's license to vote. You do need an ID.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some kind of ID.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, I mean, I think the one thing that people want to know is like, what makes the Amish tick? Like, why are they why did they shun the outside world? Yeah,
Yeah.
like why do they say no to the outside world? What's so wrong about the outside world?
Well, I don't think it's wrong. It's just they feel it's what they want to do the way were brought up. But some believe things a little different. There's something if you might leave and go to the outside world, you might be lost. As far as, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like once they leave Amish, they're afraid like they might kind of like lose their minds and
Well,
stuff
they
and forget
get
where they come from.
Well, yeah, but
There's a comfort.
I don't
in
think it's really that they believe it's really a wrong thing to do. It's just something they like. And I don't know how to say that.
And
There's some of the older people were really strict with that. If you leave the church, you're no good. But that changed a little bit. A little more easier on that it used to be years ago. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, I asked that because, you know, I think it goes back to Switzerland and the roots. Like they wanted to live a way that was compatible with the way that like their teachings in the Bible, like Jesus.
Yeah.
I think that's like, I probably won't put this in there, but I think it's fascinating to me how like a group of people could, you know, follow this certain path because of you know, Jesus and these religious teachings, and then here we are, modern age, and they're still very much the same way that they were, you know, hundreds of years ago, because of those same reasons.
Every once in a while, there's a group of people that kind of think they're better than anybody else, just their ways or no ways, you know. We don't feel that way. We're just people like you and I. It's all the same, just different way of life.
I think there is another question I do have. So, okay, I get like people think, oh, I can take a picture of the Amish and their faces and stuff and they'll like it. And I'm trying to explain to them, no, they don't. So what is the reason behind pictures? And can Mennonite, do they do family pictures or no?
Some do. The old order don't do that much either. They won't post. We're not supposed to post that much for pictures. Well, that's just kind of their rules to have, and they want to respect them. So.
Well, how do they get pictures of their faces in on postcards, or do they just have people dress up as Amish? And
there might be a lot of people dressed like Amish.
Aha.
And there's people that use the Amish name to sell things too. Yeah.
That's not cool.
That's what I was trying to say.
That's fake Amish, and that's
that might not happen too much. You see it occasionally. I can see the difference because I know the way they really original are, the original Amish look. And if you see a fake, it's not quite the same.
Right.
They don't have mustaches, and they don't trim their beards much, and a couple other things like that. It's
Now I've seen some Amish men with women who have short beards or shape. Nice, smooth, clean face. What's that all about?
The Amish?
Yeah.
Well, they don't grow a beard till they get married.
Oh, okay, so they must not be married.
The young guys don't do that.
Gotcha. But that might be their sister or something that they're with that they have a nice smooth face though.
If they're with the young folks, you know, they don't have to.
Okay.
There might be some of them 20, 25 years old.
Right, gotcha.
Before they get married.
And then the dolls. Like, so does Mennonites now, can they have dolls with faces or no? They can.
I think the Amish have to.
Oh, they have dolls now with faces?
I think so.
Because I know there's like some handmade.
I know years ago they talked about that. I think it's changed a little that.
Yeah, and what
respect to
what? Like what was?
I don't know why they did that. I couldn't figure that out, but I seen him already too.
Because I know, like, I saw handmade dolls of Amish with no faces, and they said something about because it doesn't matter what color or race you are, they just picture the way they want to see the doll. I think it was something like that, but I forget.
I didn't hear
completely.
that, but I heard that before, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. Oh,
Some
wow.
things are just hard to understand. You won't be able to
Yeah.
figure everything out.
Right. Well, that's good that they lighten that up. I'm glad.
I have another question. We did a show on hex signs. It's a PA Dutch thing. They put them on their barns. Do you know if the Amish do anything like that?
I took notice of that, actually.
Years ago, you seen that a lot, but not with the plain people. I don't think. Maybe a long time ago, but not that I remember. But I know what you mean. If you go down one of the busy roads, like 283 or something, there's some on barns down through there. But you don't see them as much, do you?
Oh, really?
I think less than we used to.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing them more now, I think, because we did that show.
Yeah, I don't know. What was that all about?
It was okay. So, like with hex signs, it said something about like people are like kind of like superstitious. So, like
Yeah.
there was like animals for fun, but it was like superstition. Like if they couldn't conceive a child or something, they would put a hex sign as hope and
Oh,
stuff
it's-
and pray to
yeah.
God, and
Well, it was
it
more
would
to do
give them
with
and also their crops,
the crops,
too.
yeah.
But mostly the crops to raise the
it's-
crops.
It's a superstitious thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they figured if they put a hex sign up, their crops will grow, and they did. And then one of our segments that we did with a guy named Eric Claypool who makes hex signs, he said that he has a couple who were having trouble conceiving, so they said, do you mind putting a hex sign that represents that? And he said no problem, and here they had a child.
Huh.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It could happen.
Yeah.
It could be. Yeah.
Could be. It was interesting though. They have so many different meanings, and they have
Yeah.
like different traditions. They have like different types of birds that they use on them, and different artists that added their own little touch. So
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
all these different varieties.
Yeah, it's many different things out there. You get to the point, if you really be serious, you really are serious, you don't know what's right or wrong. It's
Yeah.
just kind of have you take your own.
Yeah, do what works, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't really have any other questions. I really do appreciate.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
okay.
too.
Time, sir.
Yes, thank you.
You have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah.